You are listening to Pause. We pause for a second or two. This is episode 77, Fog, part 2. Last time, when we talked about specific skill fog, we talked about that emotional fogginess, feeling foggy, is this intermediary state between sleep and being awake. Two times, at least, every 24 hours, every time we go to sleep and every time we wake up, we pass through this foggy state of mind. And then we haven't added as well all the times when we feel foggy for other reasons. Last time, in part 1 of Fog, we talked about that we can get to know ourselves better by spending time with building awareness as to how we enter in and out this foggy state of mind. A lot about our sort of sense of life, our experience, living, being us. A lot of that is due to how we move in and out of foggy states of mind. Today's episode, part 2 of Fog, will be about some aspects of this foggy state of mind, of fog. We will talk a bit about the nature of this emotional fog, and we will talk about where it leaves us. What kind of position are we in when we feel foggy? What kind of position are we in when we feel foggy? When we are asleep, there are different states of sleep. You have heard of deep sleep, and you have heard of more shallow states of sleep, like REM dream sleep. And when we are awake, we can be sort of casually awake, you know, not too focused, but not foggy neither. And then when we are awake, we can also be highly alert, super focused, zoned in, this high concentration, single pointed. So both sleep and wakenness can be more or less deep or shallow, or we can sleep in different ways, and we can be awake also in different ways. It's not very simple to, it's not very easy to make clear distinctions where one ends and the other begins. They sort of flow into each other, almost like a spectrum, if you will. And in between sleep and wakenness, we have fog. It can also be described as drowsiness, or being newly awake, just having woken up. Like you're awake but not really, and you're awake but you still have some sensations of dream left in you. Or you can be falling asleep and still have some sense of your day still in you. And today we will talk about this foggy state of mind and what position it leaves us in when we are in this intermediary state. So basically, this foggy state of mind, fog, specific skill, fog, is where we are the most creative. This is where we are the most transformative. This is where we are the most open. This is where we are the most suggestible, open to suggestion. For example, to use a popular example, alcohol has always been popular. And one effect that alcohol has on us is that it makes us go into this sort of foggy state of mind, where we just feel more suggestible. We feel more open, more relaxed, more okay with things, more inclusive. And we will talk today about this, that when we are in a foggy state of mind, when we are in between wakenness and sleep, We are suggestible. Yes, we are open and inclusive, but we are also vulnerable. So, when we are foggy, we are open to new ideas, and not new ideas on an intellectual level, but open to new ideas on an emotional level. We are ready to take things to heart. We are ready to identify with new things. Try something new. Against this background, the nature of this foggy state of mind, this intermediary state, there are some consequences. And the consequences are that a great many different things can affect us in such a way that we feel more foggy. We just mentioned alcohol, but we can investigate many things that are not substances. We can investigate social phenomena. We can investigate social functions, mechanisms, physical dimensions that also make us go foggy, and in extension, after we are foggy, more suggestible, more prone to change, more open to new ideas, more malleable, if you will. One example of something social that makes us go foggy is when we think something is beautiful, or when we think someone is beautiful. Seeing someone beautiful makes us foggy. Listening to someone beautiful makes us more open to listen to new ideas, ideas we wouldn't normally consider. When someone makes us feel good, when someone makes us relax, when someone speaks in such a way that we feel good, we get a little foggy. It feels nice. And then we are more susceptible to new ideas. This can be both a good thing and a bad thing. It's not good or bad in itself. It just is what it is. Specific skill fog is to develop some awareness of this. That several times every 24 hours we enter more or less foggy states of mind. And every time we feel a little foggy, our decision making changes. Our emotions changes. To make someone go foggy, to enter this sort of nice foggy state of mind, it could be called a soft version of influence. It's this very non-violent way of changing someone's mind. It can be as powerful or even more powerful than exerting brute strength and brute influence. Specific skill fogginess is also a key part in what makes life feel meaningful. If you think about it, chances are high that many of your most cherished moments, most cherished persons, most cherished elements in your life might have some foggy feel to them. They feel good, they feel meaningful, they feel beautiful. So fog and fogginess is not something we want to avoid. It's not something we should avoid. Fog is as natural as sleep and wakenness. Fog is as important as both sleep and wakenness. And me personally, I have throughout my life very much enjoyed exploring states of fog in a natural way through music, writing, reading, the arts, painting. Fogginess is a great source of joy. Fogginess is very interesting. Most of the interesting things in our lives also derive from some sort of foggy state of mind. Fog is something to be explored. Fog is something to explore in a natural way. There are thousands upon thousands of different ways to explore fogginess without anything artificial, without any substance, without anything like that. If we want to make fog, specific skill fog, into just that, a specific skill, an emotional skill, if we want to make fog into a craft, then we need to do it in a natural way, by our own ability. This is the ideal. This is worthwhile. This is long term. And quite frankly, this is the most interesting approach. That's it for today. Thank you.